Good evening, Tuesday night VPG action, VPG Esports Premier action to be precise. We're back at the top tonight. 2 games for you for your viewing pleasure this evening. Channel newbies, FSG, taking on Digital Esports, as you can see in the top right hand corner of your screen, my lovely overlay from Mr. Delosa. And following that, we've then got what I'm billing as a massive game. It's Prolific, SAF Prolific versus Ultra Instinct. I mean, SAF Prolific we're always fans of. They're an English team, we can't help it. But Ultra Instinct, for those of you who didn't know, won the first ever Pro Clubs Weekly Invitational Tournament. So massive soft spot for those boys as well. But first and foremost, like I said, FSG, who were going strong, I'm going to say a couple of weeks ago, now sitting 10th in the league. They've never been on the channel before. I know, crazy. They're taking on Digital Esports, who have been on the channel before, so we kind of know what to expect from Digital. And that is big things, because they're a very good side, very strong side. FSG had a fantastic start to the season. It looks like they've dropped off a little bit. However, upon checking the form, they are 10 points from the last 5 games. So more in form than their counterparts tonight. Digital have just got the 7 from the last 5 games. So I feel like that 10th place plays 7th place, but one team is in more form than the other, might give us what we're after tonight, which is a fantastic game. And of course, both of these sides are from Germany, so we're calling this one the German derby, because that's about as far as our logic goes, and we're not clever enough to think of anything else. So news from tonight: we don't have any team lineups, because I'm not sure which one it was, but we'll be finding out. Didn't do the team lineup sheet, so we don't actually have the team lineups to show you. However, with us watching Digital stream tonight, we do have the Digital team in front of us, and obviously, yeah, we've featured these boys before. We're just gonna pick out a couple of key players here. From when we've seen them before. Cruz needs no introduction. He's got the baller build on the channel. We all know about that man. Zambi was fantastic last time Digital were on this channel. D the G, he is the danger man tonight. He's playing in cam tonight. I think he played up front when we saw these last time, so that's an interesting little development. So watch to see how he plays a little bit further back. But they've got Makesville up front, who is more than capable, and Bessino out on the wing, who I think played cam last time we saw them. So a little bit of a change around for Digital. Whereas FSG, Mahai, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Whereas FSG, Channel Newbies, that's a team we would have really liked the lineup for, so we can actually see who they've got. I did go and check out their team before whilst doing the homework. I'm not sure if you saw on Twitter. I was very impressed with that. To be fair, I do that if you go back through my my word pad, you'll have about the last 10 games on there. But I went through the team, and they've got some very good players in there. Quite clearly, they've kind of cherry-picked from some teams who have either dropped down divisions or folded, because these are, I'm going to say they're a new team. They're quite clearly not a new team, but a team that didn't compete last season, so they've not been promoted. So I feel like they've got those connections to get those big players in. So again, looking forward to see those, but I don't have... I mean, we're currently waiting for either Digital or FSG. So whilst I've got time, let's move this across, because the last thing I should be on is, look at that, it's like it came prepared. So let's pick out a couple of players that we recognise. I mean, Noguera speaks for himself. Sanji we've seen on the channel before. Berthep we've seen on the channel before. So Rabbit Yo we've seen before. So a lot of good players in the scene. Maestro as well. It'll be interesting to see which one of those goalkeepers they go with as well. So sad we don't have the lineup, but fear not. And it looks like Digital have, in the meantime, gone into their game. So it's perfect timing. Perfect timing. Right, who we got in the chat? Battle Technician. Looking forward to the games. Also, does anyone have any of the VPG admins Discord? No, mate. No, I don't. Apologies. I'm looking forward to the games. I don't want to know why you don't have the access to the VPG Discord. That's none of my business. But right, perfect timing though, because the game is starting. Thanks to those guys for turning it around so quick. 4-0 to Digital the last time these two played. So FSG they've got some making up to do. I think they would like to get one over on their German counterparts. And let's see if we can do that with one of the world's worst pieces of lag I've ever seen. So here we go. FSG from left to right in the blue. And you've got Digital Esports from Germany. They are channel favourites. We've got a lot of time for Digital. They're in the white from right to left. Ziggy intercepts, goes back home, gives Cruz his first touch. That is cool, calm and collected from the big German. Gives it to D the G, knocks it back to Ziggy. Into striker's feet, Niazi turns well, gives it to Albo. Digital looking like they are not messing around tonight, but fantastic tackle by the CDM. Sets off, time to pound, fends off 2 men, 3 men now. To the byline, cuts back, tries to swing it in. There is Zambi there. Very, very solid defender. He'll be looking to put in a shift tonight for this Digital side. Ottifan, who's had a few touches so far already. 8 minutes in, Casuals loses his man nicely, beats the next man, gives it off short to Blinkbert. Into the box, time to pound, fires it over the bar, and perhaps early warning signs for Digital that FSG have come to seek revenge for that game earlier on in the season. 4-0 to Digital it was. Digital sitting in 7th. The last time they're on the channel they were sat in 2nd. So a bit of a similar story to FSG. A bit of a free fall down the table, which means both sides will be looking to put that right. And tell you what, that was half a chance there if they could get that ball across. But D the G recycles well. Zambi gives it back to the danger man. Niazi tries the roulette in the box, and FSG go long, but it's swept up nicely. And here is Jeff. Much like Zambi, had a fantastic game last time on the channel. More of the same, I would imagine, that these boys want from these 2 centre-halves, 2 of 3 centre-halves. Yeah, just a bit of trouble with the stream at the moment. We are back. Ottifan switches play. Claire inside to Casuals, looking for striker's feet, gives it to King. Over the top to Array. Jeff gets back, double team on there. Maurice just about keeps it in, saves the corner at the cost of losing possession though. Array stabs it, that's a fantastic ball. Cruz takes one for the team there. Fantastic bit of bravery from Cruz. And there's that famous bullet kick, but a bit too much sauce on it this time. He'll be looking to kind of get his eye in on that one early doors. But that one did go straight through to the goalkeeper. It's opposite number. Zambi heads down nicely for Albo. D the G, they'll be using him as the linchpin tonight. Niazi, Maurice beats his man, gets the shot off. Eggplant palms it down into the path of Bassino, playing in that right midfield position, and it's 1-0 to Digital, chasing in the rebounds, gets his just rewards. What a start for this Digital side. FSG, this is the problem with Esports Premier. It's, you know, there wasn't even a slip up. It's just one lapse of concentration, or maybe just half a yard to the opposition, and you get punished. You really get punished. So FSG will be looking to hit back sooner rather than later, because that is 5-0 aggregate between these two teams this season. Ziggy, good tackle from the CDM. Comes away with the ball as well, looking to recycle. Time to pound, who had that early chance. So far, FSG's only chance blazed over the crossbar. Niazi is looking like a tidy player at the moment. Maurice, who had that initial shot that led to the goal, that Vecino put away. Here is the goal scorer. Cuts back to Ziggy. Good feet from him. Beats one, beats two, cuts back. D the G swings it in. Maurice does fantastically well. Might get change out of the centre back. Digital high press here. Trying to go down the line, but he can't lose the man. He tries anyway. Zambi, a bit fantastic footwork from him. Keeps the ball nicely. D the G. Just some classy touches as you would expect from that man. The pass wasn't on there though, and now they've got a chance to counter. Time to pound was offside. Just gotta watch that line, because that was a rare chance. You're not going to get much change out of this back line from Digital tonight. Really solid team, really solid defence. Here is Albo, gives it to Niazi. Claire cuts across, intercepts well. Sanji sets off Mafino. Good bit of skill from him as well. Otofan to Biblic. Mafino again, looking for time to pound's feet. He finds it, but Zambi is quick in there. We told you we would. You're not going to get a lot of time and space against this Digital defence. Rare moments like this, where you've got half a yard, they just need to make it count. So far, they've not done that. Just the one chance blazed over the crossbar in the first 10 minutes. Sanji gives it to Array, tries to get past Maurice, can't do it. And they'll get the throw in deep in their own half, 5 minutes before half time. I think Digital will take the 1-0 going into half time here. They've been good value for it, but quite clearly this FSG side are a dangerous side. Very, very good start to the season. They are in good form, 10 points from the last 5 games, as we said. But Digital are a different beast. They are a very dangerous team from back to front. Do not rest on those boys. So, again, as much as Digital would like to go in at 1-0, I'm sure FSG would like to cut that deficit and go in all square. It's been quite an even game so far, to be fair. Jian out wide to Blickbert. Cuts back. You just want to see a little bit more directness from them when they get in those wide areas. Time to pound, loses his man. Will get the free kick if he wants it. Sanji goes into the back post. Vecino, the goal scorer, doing his defensive duty as well. It's knocked down though to Otofan. Goes into the back post. Mauricio, a bit too casual on the ball. Cruz digs his wide midfielder out at the cost of a corner, and we are bang on half time, but the referee is going to allow them to take this. What have SFG got up their locker here? Not much. Niklas, the centre-back, clears it. D the G just about does enough. And that takes us into half-time. A very, very, very close encounter so far. And with 10th playing 7th in the league, it's probably what we expected. FSG, what's missing from them? I know I said it just before we came in for half-time. I think they need to be a little bit more brave in that final third. Because at the moment, the cutbacks they're not working, but also they're a bit predictable because they're doing it all the time. If you start to mix those weapons up, just try and get the likes of the 2 wide centre-backs, just keep them guessing a little bit. You know, if they constantly know they're going to go back, then quite clearly they're going to step in, and that's what Zambi and co have done so far. So maybe just mix up those weapons. You're a goal down. Digital, they've earned the luxury and the right here to go into the second half and not force it. So what you really need to do here is just try and make them force it. Try and get them doing something they don't want to do. And for some reason, I mean, he's done well in the end there, but the goalkeeper for FSG's come a very, very long way. He's cut it out. But it was almost costly there. Albo into Makesville's feet. We've not heard much from him. Vecino, the goal scorer. Fantastic strike. Mauricio hits the post from the rebound. It was a complete role reversal from the goal. The ball over the top was on there. There's a missed opportunity for FSG. But let's talk about that strike. They hit the post though. Mauricio. Digital still on the attack here, so we'll come back to it. Yeah, complete role reversal from the goal. Changing roles, the 2 wide men there. And this time it was Mauricio who had the shot at goal, but couldn't convert. Another big save from the FSG goalkeeper. keeping him in it. It was clear who the target was there, the man standing off the pitch. We see that quite regularly. Jian, again, comes back inside. And it's just a little bit too stale at the moment, a little bit too obvious perhaps. Caution to the wind might be needed, especially if they scored that second goal there. Here they come on the hunt for the second goal. Makesville, again, like I said, he's had a quiet game, looking to get into this game a little bit more as time goes on. Jian's on the overlap here. Is he going to be able to get it to him? Or it's Blickbert, sorry. Puts in a naughty tackle. They win it, and that's what I mean. They've got to be brave in this final third. Finds the man. Sanji, what a save by Cruz. That's what he does. A fantastic goalkeeper. Pulling out the big stops at the big moments. What a fantastic save. Well, what a great ball through by Time to Pound. He's at it again. Feeds Murphino King. Jeff just about gets it away. And all of a sudden, FSG looking very dangerous. But you know what that means is they leave gaps at the back as they commit men forward. Niazi gives it to this right-hand side. D the G, the danger man. Big save from Geek Plan. And the centre-back got in his way as well. And he still managed to keep it out. What happened from the corner? I mean, hopefully, well, I say hopefully, you might find out the flick-ons in this game are very overpowered. So if you can flick this on, you usually get some change out of it. They've not gone for it this time, considering he's being double marked, but it's been cleared to Time to Pound, who looks like a creative genius up front as well as a goal scorer for this FSG side. Two fantastic balls. Oh, Makesville's dispossessed them high up. Here we go. He can square it across. He has squared it across. And Niazi says, thank you very much. Add that one to my season tally. And just like that, they've doubled the lead. It's Digital 2, FSG 0. Just as FSG look like they might be turning the screws and getting back into this game. There's still time for them as Array loses 2 men, but D&G and Co get back, and here we go. FSG are going to have to come forward now, and it's going to leave them susceptible for Bessino et al. And Makesville, this man almost gets another assist. Can't get the shot off, but Makesville, instead of getting an assist, gets a goal, and that is going to be all she wrote. 3-0 down, 25 minutes left. This Digital side are flying at the moment. There's no way back. No way back. Lovely bit of lag. We'll assume that's gone out for a goal kick, and it has. Yeah, I mean, we said Digital, they won 4-0 against FSG in the first game that these two played earlier in the season. Is it going to be the same again? It's not a 4-0 game whatsoever. I think FSG will be hard done by. But it's the big moments, the big players. Look at the save from Cruz. You know, the finish for the first goal. Marcel couldn't do it on the other side. Moricel couldn't do it on the other side, but Bessino did it in that. And it's just those small moments in games that become big moments. And Digital have done the big moments much better than FSG, unfortunately for them. And they're still on the hunt for more. Makesville into Bessino. Blickbert does well defensively, but gives it away to Ziggy. Looking for time to pound, but they couldn't find his feet there. He's been the creative force for them. He's the player that they're looking to get on the ball as and when possible. Mafino King gives it to the danger man, Sanji, who had that chance that was saved by Cruz at 1-0. They must be thinking, what if that went in? It would have changed the complexity of this game completely. Instead, on paper, it looks like Digital have had a pretty easy time, but if you've watched the game, you probably know that's not true. Time to pound again. Doing bits up front. Blickbert forever running, and again, it's just those cutbacks are just not working for FSG. Niklas goes long, under pressure as well. He was lucky to get away with that one, but it was a pinpoint pass. Dinks it over the top. Bessino gets a scissor kick in, but Array intercepts, and FSG go on the look again, but again cut back. Jian. And they look like they're I mean, there's 9 minutes left. The chances of them getting 3 goals here, or even 4 if they really wanted to, is slim. And they look confined to it, really. Although Mafino King has the ball here. Takes on his man nicely. Cuts inside to Sanji, trying to squeeze them out here. And that's what they should have been doing from that first half. Moricel wins the header. Sanji beats his man. Time to pound. They're just committing men forward here. And they're going to get a free kick on the edge of the box. And this is what I mean. Be brave in these final thirds. Because you just never know. I mean, sometimes EA just gives you random free kicks like that. It is Blickbutt over the ball. Which side is he going to go? Could he start a miraculous comeback? No, he cannot. Cruz sees it over the bar. He did pick the opposite side from the wall, actually, but it did look like Cruz maybe had it covered. An experienced goalkeeper like that man, you would expect nothing less. Niazi tries to slide in Moricel, but the blue shirts were swarming. Ziggy, they've quite clearly not shut up shop completely. They are still defending well and attacking well, to be fair. It's just that final pass. Just the decision making in the final third, perhaps, just not been there tonight for FSG for whatever reason. Albo, he's got willing runners down the line, cuts back though. He's probably had a look at the time, 90th minute plus. Niklas just going to keep the ball, and they're probably going to go long once it hits that 92nd minute. Gives it to Cruz. I'm not sure he wanted it, and he dived on the ball afterwards. I don't really know what that was about. However, they did enough. To me, they did more than enough. A 3-0 win for Digital there. A fantastic performance from that, I'm going to say front five, because the 2 wide men were fantastic. D-G, we expect it. Niazi and Makesville up front. Two quality performances from them, and a couple of goals to share between them as well. So Digital ran out winners, and rightly so. For FSG, I think that it's not going to be a game I think they enjoy watching back, but it's a game that I definitely think they should watch back, because it's always a lot different when you watch it and you're not playing in it. And I think just, you know, the only advice that we can give over at Pro Clubs Weekly is just try and be a little bit braver in that final third, and just try and keep them guessing. Because I think the back 3 for Digital Esports had a really happy time there, especially in those wide areas. You know, Niklas, Zambi, they pretty much mopped up everything apart from the 2 chances they had, which came centrally anyway. So commiserations to FSG, first time on the channel. Just make sure it's not the last time. And Digital, congratulations, welcome back whenever you want. Right, let's go and find the streams we need for Saf Prolific versus Ultra Instinct, which, by the way, is going to be a fantastic game. Goose. He's in the lobby. He's not in the lobby. That's Digital. It didn't work. He may well be in the lobby, but we don't know because the stream's not live. And neither's this one either. It's just fantastic stuff. Right, I'm going to go find some streams for this, and back in a jiff. Hello and welcome back. So we've managed to get a stream. It is the Ultra Instinct stream. We don't have any team sheets for this game either, which is again very naughty. But team sheets for a stream, I think we'll go for a stream. So tonight we've got Prolific versus Ultra Instinct as our second and final game. Last season's runners-up, Prolific, currently sit in 4th place, 3 points off of second. They're taking on the Spanish outfit Ultra Instinct, and you can see their team on your screen right now, and they've got some very, very good players. You know, the likes of Mocky, Raven. These are people who are at the very, very top of their game. Not Alvarez, by the way, is my pick of the bunch. He's a fantastic player, and Wakabayashi is a world-class goalkeeper. So it's going to be a big, big task for this Prolific side. But to be fair, I mean, SAF Prolific, if we had their team sheet up, which we could take a little sneaky look to see if they are currently streaming. Let me just swap that over. Because they weren't before, and if they're not now, forever hold their peace. No, they're not, so we won't be able to see that team. But they've got their own world beaters, absolutely. So this is going to be a very, very well matched game. Despite Prolific being in 4th and Ultra Instinct being in 12th, I think, despite the fact Ultra Instinct finished 18th last season, I think that they will be disappointed that they're in 12th. Because looking at this team, that's a team that probably should be higher. And again, while SAF Prolific, they've got their own goals. I mean, they came second last season in the Esports Prem. Where do you go from there? I mean, the only way you can beat that is by coming top. So again, for them to be in 4th at this stage of the season, they're going to want to look to build on what happened last season, and they are only 3 points off second. So get 3 points here in this game, and depending on how things go in other games, you never know. By the end of tonight, they may well be there. Still quite some way off of Poise, who sit top, but I feel like Poise are in their own league, and then everyone else is just playing for second place. So if SAF can finish top of that mini league, then so be it. I think they'll be happy with that. So last game, funnily enough, actually, Ultra Instinct won 2-1 against SAF Prolific. So a little bit of payback might be in need for SAF Prolific. And what a great time to do it. This point of the season, we are starting to get to kind of the back end of the long old Vpg Esports Premier seasons. I think the last season they played 50 games in the league, not to mention all the other leagues they play in, all the cups and whatnot. So they really, really are long seasons, good seasons of course. But it just means that, you know, if you do slip up occasionally, there's a lot of time to get yourself back into it. And I think again, with SAF being in 4th right now, there's a lot of time to kind of make amends to that and get themselves to the pinnacle. And Ultra Instinct exactly the same as well. And Ultra Instinct, you know, despite being 12th in the league, they are unbeaten in the last 5, 11 points from a possible 15. So they're coming into this with a bit of form, and again with the players in this team sheet, I can see why. I can see why. No one's surprised. There we go. The oh no, I thought that was the invite. Yeah, invite's coming. Right. And Prolific, on the other hand, 9 points from their last 5 games. So again, you know, they're not banging form, but they're not out of form. For a 4th place team, I'm already saying they're in 2nd place. For a 4th place team, you'd probably expect it to be the other way around, but that is not the case. So I think Ultra Instinct will sneakily fancy themselves tonight, and why not? So this should be a good game. Really looking forward to this. Obviously, anytime we watch Prolific, It's always a good game. But I think they've got a good matchup in front of them tonight, in the form of Ultra Instinct from Spain. It is England versus Spain tonight. Might we see that in the Euros at some point? Who knows? And there is confirmation of the invite going across. How very exciting. So yeah, no team sheet, so we'll be looking out to see who is in that SAF Prolific starting 11. That's one of my favourite things to do, is checking out the team sheets. We all like to see who's doing what, especially with transfers and whatnot, and you know, you can move relatively freely in the VPG. So it's always good to see who's moved, who's making friends, who's making enemies, more importantly. So we'll call it as we see it for SAF Prolific, but Ultra Instinct, we know who's playing for them. We've highlighted some of the key players, and you can tell by the smile on my face, I'm excited about this one. Should be a good game. SAF Prolific then, I mean, I think at the start of the season, they would be saying, right, well, we finished second last season, so why can't we finish first this season? Might not be on the cards because of a certain team who will remain nameless, but we all know who they are. However, yeah, we are getting into it. However, they can do the next best thing and try and cement this second place in the league, which again is no mean feat either. And we are going to all jump out. Of course we are. It was going too well, guys. It was going far too well. I'll put the music back on. We don't want any fake crowd noises for that. If you are new, I mean, if you're in here watching this and you are new to pro clubs, competitive pro clubs, welcome. This is usually what it looks like. We call this Lobby Simulator. It was exactly the same when Domino and I used to play in FIFA 17. The screen is still the same, the glitches are still the same, not much has changed, but we're all just so used to it now that we'll just accept it. So yeah, you'll see this quite often. It just makes for such an interesting stream, I'm sure you'll agree, but do bear with us, because these boys know the drill, and they're already back in their positions, already ready to go. I'll just double check to see if they've got any... There we go. The invite's already been sent. Like I said, people are just used to it these days. Getting kicked out of games, having to reset almost immediately. And look at that. That's a good turnaround time, to be fair. These boys quite clearly know what they're doing. That, or they've all got stuff to do after this game that's more important, and they need to get it done and dusted. So, for the second time, we'll give it a go. Ultra Instinct against SAF Prolific. You don't need me to tell you how excited I am about this one, because I've said it 8 times in the build-up. Ultra Instinct beat SAF Prolific last time they played them in the league, 2-1. So Ultra Instinct will be looking to do the double over SAF Prolific, which I don't think many teams will be able to say they've done come the end of the season. We did see in the earlier game, Digital, who had beaten FSG previously, completing their double over them, 7-0 on aggregate, after the 3-0 win tonight. So Ultra Instinct will be looking to do a Digital over SAF Prolific. However, I would imagine the 11 SAF Prolific boys will be looking to make sure that does not happen. Right. So the joys, the absolute joys. I don't have anything left on my sheet to talk about. It's just, yeah, it's brilliant. It really is brilliant. This usually means it's not going to be any good. However, I'm willing to be wrong on this. We've got the black screen of death right now, which is just great. Nothing happening in the old stream. No, they're dashboarding. They are dashboarding. No good. No good. We'll try again. I don't have the team sheets to put in, so I can't even change the screen. I mean, let's go onto this screen. We don't need to watch any of that. They are just dashboarding for now. I wish I had more stats for you all. I genuinely wish I had more stats for you all. But I don't, because I used them all up in the 5-10 minutes it took to actually get through the lobby in the first place. So you're stuck with me. You're stuck with us waiting to connect. And yeah, I'm trying to think what the result was last time SAF Prolific were on the channel. I have a feeling they probably won because they're a very good side. However, I said in the intro that Ultra Instinct are a team that we are very familiar with over here at Pro Clubs Weekly, because they won, interesting tidbit, they won the first ever Pro Clubs Weekly Invitational, which is a cheeky little tournament we do every now and then for a little bit of cash. So next time we do that, guys, sign your teams up, because it's always good fun. Promise. I'm not biased. Well, I am biased. I'm horribly biased. But yeah, we get some really good teams in, play some really good football, and it's all commentated on, and people win money at the end of it. It's a win-win-win. Everyone wins, which is what we aim to do here over on Pro Clubs Weekly. I guess it's while we're waiting, I've kind of earned the right to do a shameless plug. You know, if you are new to the channel, please do make sure you subscribe. Obviously, one, it helps us as a channel, but two, it increases our reach to the Pro Clubs community. And something we're really trying to drive at the moment is getting people over who don't play competitive Pro Clubs, and getting them to try it out and sign up for, you know, for these competitive teams in these competitive leagues. And that all starts with you guys subscribing, liking the videos, watching these streams, which is a massive help, so thank you. And just generally just putting up with me having 15 minutes of filler on a Tuesday night. So again, thanks for sticking around. Hopefully it's third time lucky. I will do the introduction one more time. Ultra Instinct of Spain, playing in the Real Madrid kit tonight, taking on 4th place SAF Prolific. Just going to make sure this is muted. It is. And they're playing in the PSV kit, I think it was. And they are, of course, from England. I'll do another shameless plug. If you are attending Sheffield in July for the VPG event, come and say hi. Domino and I will be there. We're there for 2 days. Just in case, just in case anything pops off the night before or the night of, where we want to be there. We don't want to miss the action. So yeah, anyone going to that, do make sure you say hi. No autographs though, obviously. Just, you know. But yeah, it would be good to put virtual names to real life faces. Right then, without further ado, it is SAF Prolific from left to right in the, I'm going to call it the green kit. It is green on my screen. I think it's a grey kit in real life though. Against Ultra Instinct of Spain in the Real Madrid kit, and Not Alvarez has sent a Scorpion for hot dogs there. Early doors, and Anonym stands up tall at his near post, and we are bang into it, and straight off the bat, a big save, a big chance, or half a chance. Free header there for Fur. And Anonym again proving why that man is the goalkeeper GOAT. 2 fantastic goalkeepers here. Sometimes it's a shame when we have 2 really good goalkeepers, because it does mean it's usually a low scoring game. So bear with us on this one. We need some more naff goalkeepers in this league. There's too many really world class goalkeepers. Mocky, who I do believe was last season's lead-in CDM, or the season before. Very, very good CDM, but he's out wide tonight. But he looks to be doing the business. I say that and he gives it away. Reezy and Fraser Kov double team in there, but they can't get it away. The Ultra Instinct press is high. Crimmy, though, heads it down the line to his teammate SJ Clay, and there is Raven, another CDM demon. A lot of these players got the baller builds, actually, so if you want to play like any of these players, go and check our baller builds out. Agus looks like he's playing centre half with Finn and a Scorpion. Again, we didn't get those team lineups, but they look like they got a couple of new players in. Hadji and this man over here, Reezy, they can't get it to him. Not Alvarez Looks to break down the line. He's already done a Scorpion once. Comes back this time. Toxic Ghosts just about gets away with that. Nice ball over the top, to be fair to him. Raven. Out wide onto this left-hand side. Varley can't take it past Crimmy. Crimmy does well, actually. AFC Findo, not the best clearance / pass out in the world. It does. He's regained it, but it's given away. It bobbles off Fraser Kov into the grateful arms of Anonym, and Saf Prolific are playing with fire here. Struggling to get a foothold in this game, but you know what that usually means. It means they're going to go and bloody score, and that's clubs in a nutshell, boys and girls. Ultra Instinct have come out of the traps flying so far. Playing like a team a lot higher than 12th in the league, I'll tell you that for nothing. Fraser Kov beats his man, swings it in. First touch for Waka Bayashi. Bullets it out to this left-hand side. Can't keep it in. We Crimmy with the throw. Gives it to Bradbury. Just about keeps it in. Happy to keep the ball in her own half are Saf Prolific. From left to right. Hadji. Bradbury. Bit of space on this right-hand side. They're switching the play well. Just moving this Ultra Instinct team from left to right. Beats the man very nicely. Beats the second man very nicely. Keeps it in as well. SJ Clay just can't turn it round the corner. Good attack though from Saf Prolific, and there's space over on this right hand side if they can find it. They choose not to use it. A good run, but then again it does open up space, and Raven with the first time pass. Reezy almost gets caught, but defensively solid from that man. Robbins gives the ball away, and again it's just a bit scrappy in the centre midfield at the moment. Do you think they'll allow 3 playstyle pluses in the next game? Maybe. I wouldn't imagine they'll change much because Pro Clubs does never get the love, so don't bank on it. Fraser Kov out wide to Reezy. Step over, tries to go down the line. Good defending from McCabe. Goes long, looking for a striker, but Agus does fantastically well there. Solid from him. Here's Hadji with space to burst into, and he does that. Into the box, to the byline. What a ball that is! Crimmy, fantastic save by Wakabashai. SJ Clay's won it high up here though. Good press from Saf. Back post is on. Reezy heads it down to Robbins. Tipped onto the post. Toxic Ghost can't get it away. And there is that man, the goal machine, Robbins. A touch of fortune there. It's fallen to him after 2 massive saves from the goalkeeper. I'm glad they didn't take that kick off too soon because I was just trying to get my thoughts together there. It's a crazy way to open up the scoring, and perhaps slightly against the run of play as they come forward here. Not Alvarez, who was my pick of the man to watch for this game. Sees that power shot volley just fizz past the goal. Anonym grateful there to see that one go by. And yeah, just going back to that goal, 2 quality saves from the goalkeeper. But yeah, you've got to be there to tap it in, and that is what Robbins does best. Absolute goal machine, and wow, Alan Moreda with the turn and shot on the sixpence. And again, Anonym will tell you he had that covered, but Ultra Instinct are looking dangerous here. Toxic Ghost sweeps up nicely. Good battle there between AFC Finn and Alan Moreda. Hadji down the right hand side. He just teases the man. He doesn't put a tackle in. Bradbury, edge of the box to Kov. Reezy with the feet. Oh, skips past the man. Good block in the end by Toxic Ghost, but the danger signs are there for this Saf Prolific team. They've not had the best start to this game, but boy, do they look dangerous now. Near post, a Scorpion to AFC Finn. It's going to be another scrappy goal, but they do not care one bit. And just like that, they've doubled the lead, and it's another rebound goal. It was more like a rugby scrum than anything. It's bundled into the back of the net, and yeah, look at that man's face. It says it all, really. Ultra Instinct have had a good first half. I think they'll feel really hard done by this, but Saf Prolific are in the results business, and this is what they're doing now. Robbins tries to beat his man. Can't do so. They need to get this man on the ball if they want to get back into this game Ultra Instinct, and to be fair, they've got the players to get back in, and they've got the time to do it as well. Cabe tries to get past Reezy, who's had a fantastic game defensively, to be fair to him. Varley does well there, gives it to Mocky. Cabe still on the overlap. Good football from Ultra Instinct. They get the shot away, and then palms it down, then collects it gracefully. I'll read the comments at half time. How about that? Oh, perfect timing. Look at that. Perfect timing. So we've got Mihai. You think they're allowed? No, we've gone through that one before. No, they're not going to change anything for clubs. Biggest clubs pessimist alive, because I've just witnessed it for too many times. Too long. Only recently come back to clubs, and FIFA in general has so many different controls. How do you think is best to learn the game with clubs emphasis? Watch streams like this, find those players who play in your position, and then go and find their baller builds also on our channel. For example, we've got Raven here playing CDM, fantastic player. Watch how he plays if that's your position, and then physically go and put his build on and play like that man. Same with Anonym, goalkeeper. If you play in goal, put his build on, watch how he plays. That's it. I think that's, and obviously just play as much as possible, really, as much competitive as you can. Crap goal. It's, hey, they all count. They all count. At the end of the day, it is currently 2-0 to SAF Prolific, and that is the only stat that those boys are going to care about. They need the points. They want the points, and so far they are getting the points. Here we go, second half. Ultra Instinct will know they can get something out of this game. Anonym, a big save there. Again, not Alvarez. He is a very, very dangerous player. He's definitely one to watch, boys and girls, if you do play up front. Definitely one for a future baller build, I would say. SAF Prolific playing some fantastic football. Out of defence here. Here we go. Here is Robbins, gives it to Reezy. Fraser-Kov cuts back onto that left foot. Nothing on for him. Is he going to make something happen? Yes, inside to Hadji. Fantastic tackle there. Stepped across him nicely. Give him no time or space. Trasgul into Raven, who'd made that tackle originally, but loses out to Bradbury. Fur will get them restarted. And I think they'll have one eye on the clock in this second half. Because yes, they do have the quality to score 2 goals, but they've only got 45 minutes to do it, and against a very, very good team. And a solid team as well. Fraser-Kov down the line. Hadji suspiciously offside. Confirmation that was offside. Is it a player requirement to have the player widget on? I remember seeing a tweet. No, I don't think it is over the top. Sorry, I'll come back to that. Varley swings it in. I don't think it is, because they go through at half time. If you saw while I was waffling. They go through all of the individual ones, and you can see what's on there from there. Mocky. The striker was offside, and yeah, like I said, Ultra Instinct will have one eye on the clock here, because I think they'll believe they can score 2 goals. Oh, that's unfortunate, because the man who was offside left that, and the right midfielder was on rushing. SJ Clay with a fantastic roulette, beats one, cuts inside. Hadji bursts into the box. Wow. I mean, SJ Clay did everything right there. He got the wrong side of the man. Here we go. SJ Clay gives it across to Robbins. Big tackle. Is it going to be another scrappy goal? No, it's not. It will go out for a corner, though, and that would have been a hat-trick of balls trickling across the line. Ace Scorpion with a knockdown. Waka Bayashi does really well there, because there was a player on rushing there. They'll have another corner there, half an hour, 30 virtual minutes. That's a free header for AFC Finn. That's just gone wide. Didn't take a deflection, didn't have a save, so just didn't have the accuracy on it. And Ultra Instinct, hang on in there. But stuff like that is probably not going to help them out. Hadji loses his man, loses the second man, dinks it into the back post. Reezy says thank you very much, but Mocky is there. Someone's put a naughty tackle in, and it's going to be a penalty. I didn't see it myself, but someone went down, and it's just going to be someone trying to block the shot. But here is Reezy, top bins, side netting, expect nothing less from that man. And much like when they went 2-0 down, Ultra Instinct are still going to feel so hard done by this scoreline. SAF Prolific are not going to care whatsoever. That being said, though, they are turning the screw quite a bit in this second half. They have come out of the traps at half time and put on a much better show than that first half, I think. And keeping this man off the ball should be high up on their agenda. They double up on him. Someone gets taken out off the ball. Perhaps some frustration there. Fraser Koff, the recipient. He is on the ball now. Switches the play, showing his class. Bradbury over the top. Perhaps not the right ball. What do I know? Crimmy takes it down in his stride. Beats his man. Looks to play it through. Will get the corner out of it in confirmation of that naughty tackle off the ball. The man picks up a booking. 20 minutes left, and it's probably now looking like lights out unless Ultra Instinct can get something here. And then not like that, they're not going to. AFC Finn does fantastically well getting back from the corner to put that tackle in and just shuts it down completely. Crimmy into Bradbury. They're happy to keep the ball now. They've earned the right to knock it around the back. They've earned the right to settle on the ball, and yeah, it's just slipping away from Ultra Instinct. To be fair, I think the third goal, they might feel like that was probably done and dusted, especially with it being a penalty. Reezy to Hadji. Swings it into the back post, and here we go. Akers at the back post. Crimmy onto that left foot. Keeps the ball nicely. Staying in the box. Fishing for a penalty maybe. Beats two men. Can't do it a third time. Raven just about... No, he doesn't deal with it, but wins it back. That's what he does best. Wins it back. Goes long. No one there. A Scorpion coming up from centre-back to... just to shepherd that one out. A very centre-back touch that was. But did his defensive duties well. Given away from the throw-in. I think it's lights out. We've had 2 3-0s tonight. I think at 3-0 in the second half, I think for a lot of clubs, teams at this level, they probably know they're not going to go and get 3 goals. However, stranger things have happened. Let's not write this team off just yet. Trasgul slides in. The naughty Alamoreda swings it in. Agus doesn't handle it well. I don't know why Crimmy kept it in, but he did. Another fantastic save, and another chance goes begging for Ultra Instinct. I think a man might have been offside there for the rebound, but not Alvarez with the scissor kick. That could have been a way back in for them. Cabe heads it down, and again Agus gets caught on the ball. I mean, it was a definite foul, but yeah, there's been a few shaky moments for this SAF Prolific side. But Ultra Instinct have just not been able to capitalise, and we could have had a real game on our hands if they did. However, SAF Prolific will not mind too much. In fact, they won't mind at all. Bradbury puts in a good-looking tackle. Crimmy on this right-hand side. Fantastic player, that man. Hadji. Rainbow flicks it over the man. Suggestion of a penalty. Perhaps suggestion. A light suggestion. 3 minutes left. Maybe looking to put Ultra Instinct out of their misery here. It's been a tough one for them, considering they started so well. But this second half, I think there's only been one team who look like they're going to be picking up the 3 points, and that is the team who have got the free kick now. SAF Prolific. Hadji swings it in. Not the best looking free kick I've ever seen, I must admit. There's some naughty tackles going at the moment, and all discipline has just gone out of the window. I don't know what the reprimand system is for Vpg Esports Premier. Presumably not a collection of yellow cards, or maybe even red cards if people are putting in naughty tackles like this at 3-0 up, but what do I know? Fraser Kov keeps the ball, then goes long. Is the keeper going to be sweeping this? No, he is not. I don't think he's really doing much, and he is punished. Game, set, and match, if it wasn't already before. The alertness from Robbins allows him to have a 40-yard power shot, half volley, and yeah, he will not mind that one, funnily enough. He will not mind putting that extra goal onto his resume. And SAF Prolific will not mind one bit of putting extra 3 points onto their league total. And that's what they've done tonight. 4-0. A bit of payback maybe for earlier on in the season where Ultra Instinct managed to take all 3 points. But not tonight. Not tonight. I think if you watch that one back, especially Ultra Instinct boys, I think they'll watch that first half and think, okay, that was anyone's first half. But Saprolific really came out and showed their quality in that second half, and fair play to them. Fair play to them. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me tonight. Once again, I'll shamelessly plug the channel. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. We tend to do things quite sporadically. We try and have a schedule, but you know, such is life and all that jazz. So the best way to keep up to date with everything is to subscribe. So please do so. Really does help. Any more from the chat? When it's not Rebound FC, it's Lock On. Some of those Lock Ons are insane. Like we always say, you've got to be in it to win it. You know, the rebounds are the rebounds, but also taking up those good positions is half the battle. So, you know, players like Robbins, players like Reezy, they're goal scorers for a reason. They know where to stand. But yeah, I do agree. Rebounds are quite heavy on this game. We say it very often on this channel. We see a lot of rebound goals. Right, great stuff. We are back on Thursday. There's a baller build on Thursday. It's Bailey in, so make sure you watch that one. That one's going to be a good one. And then La Tormenta is Monday's baller build, and I'm sure we'll be back with some VPG action next week as well. But catch us Thursday, and if you're watching this after we've gone live, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video, guys, or next stream, or on socials, or in the Discord, either one. Cheerio.